Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm feeling a bit taller.
You are very tall. You've grown a bit. Either or I've shrunk.
I've got a little platform to stand on.
Yeah.
Camera 9.
I've got no platform.
Thank you.
Yeah, the cameras are numbered.
Yes, the
There's
cameras
9.
are numbered. There was 9.
And then you can flick to 5.
5.
Yeah, put us on 5. That we can. Oh, 5's the closest. Oh, it's a shame.
Hi.
9. Welcome to Crafters TV. We're here for an hour of Monday Makers, and actually over the course of the hour we're going to be looking more at the Western collection. What a hit that has been. The Western collection's been so popular. We've sold over half of the week's worth of stock in one show.
Isn't that good?
I'm so happy. You must be so pleased.
I'm thrilled because, you know, when you do something that's a little bit out there, a little bit different, not something you normally see in a craft collection, it's always a little bit of a risk. And to have that risk pay off and to have you absolutely love it, and you have loved it because so many people have been getting in touch to say how much, I think that's absolutely fantastic. I do.
You've also now got the playlist to go with it as well.
You do.
That has gone live across the various socials. I think there's about 3.5 hours worth of music
3 hours,
there now.
30 minutes now.
Yeah. So help yourselves. Tune in.
You've done that.
Yeah. It was so much fun, like listing all the songs down. And we've got some like old country, haven't we?
Yeah.
All the way through to kind of
New country.
New modern day stuff.
Modern day stuff. And you know, there's a lot of new discoveries for me there, which I'm loving because I love country music. And there was a lot that there's some that I didn't know, I haven't heard. So I'm going to have a little voyage of discovery listening to that. I can't wait.
Yeah. It's across on the socials for you. You can check it out and listen whilst you craft. We will come back to the Western collection in a little bit, but we do want to start off with, well, something which has taken the world by storm over the last few weeks. And I'll say a few of those in just a second, but let's get Leann's takes on the Craftaganza at home. I'm here every day. And I hold this, I think it is in high regard, alongside things like the Academy of Colour, alongside things like the layout collection, the template library. This is, I think, a kit which resonates with so many people, whether they're experts or... We had a lot of people when we first launched this going, oh, I'm a complete beginner. Is this for me? I would say this is the thing for you.
Oh, 100%. If you are a complete beginner, you've been side-eyeing all the crafters thinking... I want to have a go at that. If you're a lurker, you've been lurking on the socials and watching what we do and thinking, oh, I could never, then this is definitely for you, without a shadow of a doubt. And if you need to get a machine to go with it, because there's some dies in there, the MIDI would be the one for you to go for. It really is an incredible, incredible box. We give you everything that you need in here, and nothing you don't. There are 10 classes.
Yes.
And each of those classes, Ben, come in a specific wallet. So you can see that is class 1.
You can see our Debbie there.
We're watching the video.
Watching the little video now,
yeah, watching the video now.
Yeah.
So you can see that, I mean...
You don't get Craig on your video, he's
Craig.
just there for presentation purposes.
Yeah. But you can see all of the class laid out there and all the little bits you've got inside. It looks great. That's the kind of experience that you're going to have. You can see each of the classes come in one of these fabulous little wallets that you can see here, and everything you need for that class is included. The white card to fold your card base, your matting and layering. This one has an embossing folder and a die in there. It's just everything you need. And then what we're going to do in the live education is take you through how to make the finished piece for that. And this would be the finished piece.
Everyone will make this in the class?
Everyone will make that, exactly.
I love it.
Not only do you get the die and the embossing folder and us, Sarah and I, teaching you and taking you through that, but you'll get the correct coloured markers, the correct coloured ink pads, the correct stamps, everything you need to make exactly this along with us. And we did that because you absolutely loved it when I did that for Academy of Colour. You were so thrilled that you were using the same markers I was using, the same stamps that I was using, and that I was taking you through it and saying, use this pen, colour this bit, it will look like that. Aren't you pleased? And you really loved that. And it really is like us being able to reach through the camera, get a hold of your hand and say, come with us, we'll show you how. And it's the best way to be able to do that for many, many people. And Craftaganza at home is exactly that, Ben.
And you will get, we obviously won't show you, but inside the lid there is a QR code that you will scan. which you will scan, which will get you access to the weekend. And we'll talk through all the classes as we go through here, but just to say the weekend is the 21st, 22nd of June. So you can join live. I mean, that's the optimum thing to do, really, isn't it? So you can enjoy and interact and, chat to everybody. But if you can't make the weekend, or it's going to be a long weekend, so if you can't make all the classes, you can dip in and dip out, can't you?
Yes, exactly like we did for Academy of Colour. We're just, everything will always be available on that QR code live, and then after the fact, forever, we will not take it down. And that means that if you do something and you love it and then you want to do it again and relive it, you think, I can't quite remember, you can go back and have a look. But then you might just want to sit down with a friend and do that with your Craftaganza at home and go, look what I did, it was great, you might want to be a crafter. There's just so many different ways you're going to be able to do that, and we would encourage you to, because it's, it's just absolutely glorious. And the box is crammed with fabulous things and amazing projects. Should we have a look at the projects for a second?
See what we're going to make, yeah.
Should we? So this is class 1, and you've got 3D embossing and die cutting here.
Who's doing that one?
This is Sarah.
Okay. And they range, from what Sarah was saying, from about half an hour to an hour and a half, the classes?
Yes, they can be up to an hour and a half. Depends on the complexity and, what we're doing. There's got to be some fun as well. I've no doubt there'll be some dancing.
You and Sarah, fun?
There'll be some friendly banter.
Friendly banter.
There'll be some, definite discussion, should we say? Because we do love that when we're together, which is just because we've known each other for so long. It's just so easy. Then we've got class 2, which is shaped card base. I do believe this might be Sarah too, actually.
Yeah, okay.
And then we've got 3D flower forming, where we've got some lovely lace die cutting and the flowers. Sarah's definitely doing this one because she's the queen of 3D flower forming.
This next one you're doing, I think.
This one I'm doing. And this is the outline embossing folder being coloured in with all of the lovely ink pads, etc. that we've got. Then we've got a little bit of, and we love this, don't we?
Paper piecing.
Paper piecing. Let me show you. Didn't want to drop that there. There we go. Love this. Oh, and can I just say, well, I'll just show you, this one's like this. I've got a little bit of paper piecing in there. I love that lion's head. But for each class, there's more than one way of doing the things that we're showing you.
Yeah.
And so what we will do is make sure that, if there's one technique like paper piecing, but you could do it maybe 2 ways, we'll show you that, and then we'll show you a couple of other ways. So you almost, in some of the classes, even though we're saying it's class 1, you'll be getting 2 or 3 things from it. So you could say it's 30 classes, not 10 classes, if you see what I mean. So we're going to be doing a lot with you.
And also from that point of view, because when I did the show with Sarah and we launched it, a few people, beginners, were worried, saying, oh, well, what happens if I mess it up? You're going to get enough content in there to have another go, aren't you? If you do it first time, it's not quite the way you wanted to. You have enough card stock to have another go.
You'll have enough to have another go. Yes, absolutely you will. And of course, not only that, you've all got plain white card stock at home.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's all you'll need, because we're giving you the markers, the ink pads, the stamps, the dies, the stencils, all of the things that you need to be able to work with. So if you've got a pile of white card at home, then you've crafted till your heart's content. So this one's me.
Duet ink blending.
Duet ink blending.
That's going to be incredible. That must be an hour class.
Yes, it will be. It will be. This one will be an hour, maybe a little bit longer. This next one, which is the stamping and masking.
Oh yes.
And I love that technique.
Such a cool technique.
Such a cool technique. So this one's me too. I've got that one, and then this one. And if you've known me, if you've followed me for a long time, the first demo I ever did for Crafters Companion on Air was a dome. Aperture dome fronted card.
Was it actually?
It really was.
Aww.
And I absolutely love this style of card. I just think it's so elegant and works with many different things. And actually, it was with the Peter Rabbit collection I did it. I had a little Peter Rabbit inside and loved it. So we're doing a dome card, and we've got lovely 3D centerpieces in there, a little bit of decoupage building and decorating. Sarah's doing this one for you. Then we've got, I love this so much.
Shakers.
The shaker card. It's so lovely, this, because it's a little shaker where you can put a lovely little photograph behind it if you want to, but we're showing you how to do all that lovely water colour decoration and the little bits to go with, which is gorgeous. And then one of Sarah's favourites that she absolutely loves is the glitter paste.
Oh, yes.
She's doing this one. And it's really lovely using that and showing you how to ombre the glitter paste and use it in different ways with the stencils, etc. that we put inside for you.
So just to reiterate, we're going to have a look at a little video in just a little while. I will say a few hellos. So you have got everything you need in this box to make everything that you've just shown us. So aside from this, the only other thing we might need would be, well, obviously we need a die cut machine, but you said a MIDI.
MIDI would be more than sufficient. MIDI would be fine. There are a couple of the dies that would not fit in the mini, so which is why I'm saying to you a MIDI. I don't want you to be disappointed. All you need is some glue. your die cutting machine and some scissors.
That's it. And of course, once you've taken the classes and made each and every one of the projects, you can, like you said, just bring in your own cardstock, your own papers, and then redo it. What I would do, and I said this, what was it about the Academy of Colour? You know, I see this as a bit of a journey, particularly if you're new. Do the classes, make your first project, and like keep everything, store it in the folders, and then you can come back at a later date and see how you progress, right?
Absolutely, you can, and that's the absolute joy of it. I mean, and the other thing is, Ben, you know, once you've done this, let's say we're going to do this dome-fronted card, and you've learned how to do that with us, with what we've included in the box, you might look at your Western collection.
Oh yeah.
Like you've gotten today, and think, do you know what? I really want to do that with the cowgirl hat in the centre and those beautiful papers. I want to put a little boot on the outside, have a little sentiment. I want to do it like a dome card. You know how, because we've taught you how.
Yeah.
So then you can start to take the techniques and the styles and the different tricks that we're showing you and apply it to all of the different collections that you've got at home. And that's where the joy of this is. I would say, don't think about it as a box full of things. Think about it as a box of experience and education where you're getting one-to-one tuition, you're going to have a really nice time with us, and we're showing you how and teaching you how to get the best out of your crafty stash, because we're teaching you the basics and the techniques with the stuff that we've got that you'll apply to everything else you've got at home.
We'll say a few quick hellos and then a few comments coming through. Jan's on the socials, Karen's joined us, Trudy, Shirl in San Antonio, Kendall's joined us saying, hi again everyone, thank you Leanne and Ben for the music today.
You're welcome.
We brought the tunes. Well, you brought the tunes. Let us know if you've got it on. What do you think? Do you rate people's playlists on Spotify? Is that how it works?
Oh, I don't know.
Ah.
I think you like it. I think it's how many likes. We've got 4 likes at the moment.
4's good, isn't it? Can you give it more?
We've got 4 signs. No, I think it's 4 people have signed up. So that means it's gone into there. I think more people can have listened, but 4 people have said, that's for me. So it remains in their list of playlists.
All right, excellent. Oh, we've got 5. We've got 5 saves now. Julia's joined us in Exmouth. Mary, Pat and Louise says hi. Hi to Hilary and Holly. Pat says hi, everyone from South Jersey, as many of us call it. Happy I made it back for this show, Ben. Thank you for showing the picture of my grandson and his girlfriend/fiance. Pictures are about 3 to 4 years old. Barbara R's with us. Conrad's with us. I can't wait for Craftaganza, says Laurie. I've got my kit sitting and waiting. Booklet for projects printed off too. And that's the other thing to stress, isn't it? Whereas the best experience will be to do it live, but we can come back. And once we've got the QR code, if we want to come back in a year's time, we can.
We're never going to get rid of it. It will always be there for you. It'll be evergreen, as you would call it. Like Academy of Colour is now. I mean, how many years ago did we do Academy of Colour?
Oh, dear.
4, 5? Was it pre-COVID?
No, it wasn't pre-COVID. I don't think it was. No, it wasn't, was it? Academy of Colour was my time. I want to say 3 years ago, maybe 4. 2001,
well,
2021,
we did 18
22.
months of education afterwards, so it's quite a while ago. So if after all that time, I still get messages regularly from people who are going, oh, I went and did that watercolour glass game today. I forgot how much I loved it. It was brilliant. Thanks, I forgot. Still. And I just think that's brilliant. You know, after all of these years, you're still using all of those classes and getting a great amount of education out, and that's what we hope for this.
Do you hear how much doubt there is in your ear currently? Are you choosing to ignore that?
I'm choosing to ignore it.
I'll just let you know, Big Bad John is just saying, producer Johnny, he's just saying that there might be some re-editing of some of the classes, because who knows what's going to happen, because I don't know if you know, but Sarah's on about cocktails and Baileys on Saturday night, and apparently you're getting in your pyjamas as well. So,
wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you were privy to that information. But
Public pyjamas.
Public pyjamas, yeah. And you're all encouraged to get in your PJs.
I mean, I did do wake-up call with you.
You did?
In me nightgown.
You were in bed, weren't you?
I was in bed. I slept in.
Yeah, you did sleep in. So, you know. I've downloaded the country music, says Alison. Good evening, Julie. Hi to Crafty Stacey Lou, saying looking forward to meeting you, Leanne, on Saturday.
Oh, come and say hi.
Karen says, I'm so excited about Craftaganza that I already started dipping in the box and making some of the cards. Is that allowed? I
don't know. Well, it's your box, you, hun.
Hello, Michelle Morgan from KY, awaiting my Craftaganza kit. Cannot wait. And hello to Margaret, who says, I'm not a beginner or an expert, but I'm in between, so I'm looking forward to this. And just so I can get in my mind as well, so we're doing it live, and say there is a point you show something and we're not quite sure, we can then speak to whoever's on the socials that they comment, and then you'll be able to repeat stuff. So it's going to be that interactive.
That interaction of, oh, hang on, I didn't get that. Explain again. Or oh, what if, could you show us? All of that.
Yeah. And that's the brilliant thing about this, isn't it? Yes, you're paying for the experience, and that's what it is. And you've got Leanne, you've got Sarah, two of the very best in the business. And I love the fact that you've already divvied out who's doing what, because obviously, you know, Sarah's got her super strengths, you've got your super strengths, and you're going to be playing off that. And the classes which Sarah takes, you'll be doing, won't you? And vice versa.
And vice versa, yeah. Because she does, like, for example, flower forming form. She is fantastic at that. And I can do it, but they never look as good as Sarah's. So I'm going to join that class and I'm going to learn along with you. And the same with the inking classes that I'm doing, because we all learn from each other, don't we? And like the special folds, I always say to Sarah, scissor hands. She's brilliant with scissors and she's brilliant with that Ultimate Pro board. I have to learn a lot from her on that, and she regularly has to remind me what I forgot. But it's the same with me with colouring with her. So like you say, we have our super strengths, so we'll bring all of that to the party on the day and be able to help you.
Just the other thing to chat about before we look at Sarah's take on this as well. So it is $135.99 if you're in the UK, you're platinum. $159.99 if you are in the US and you're a platinum member. And the brilliant thing about this, of course, is it is tariff free. So if you decide that you want to take part in this, I just feel like, oh, by the way, if you're in the UK as well, worth mentioning, you have got your ClearPay option to check the website for that. But I just think, you know, if you've got the budget to be able to do it, this is definitely one of the things this year that you want to be in on, isn't it? Out of everything, I feel like this is the sort of the biggie, isn't it, really?
I think so, because I think when we run that weekend, there will be so much chat in the socials and everyone going, oh my word, I really enjoyed it, I can't wait, it was fabulous, I'm going to be doing this. Exactly as we had with Academy of Colour. And then those of, you know, those people who perhaps hadn't decided they wanted to go on that journey were then like, where can I get an Academy of Colour, because I've missed out. Now I want to go and watch it back and I want to join in. And they became like hen's teeth. You could hardly find them. So, you know, if it's something that if you are a person who does have fear of missing out after the event, don't do it this time. Get your Craftaganza box, because I promise you, we're going to make it worthwhile.
And if you're someone like Mary Beth Dawley says, I still believe the Academy of Colour is the best crafty investment ever. If you love that system, then you're going to absolutely love this as well. And whilst you will be able to come back after the event and, you know, join in with the classes, it's not going to be the same as doing it live with you guys, is it? Being able to interact and chat to you. So if you can put aside time on that weekend, it's the 21st and 22nd. And I think it's from midday our time, isn't it, I believe?
Midday.
Yeah, so normal time.
Late.
Through till whenever they stop, really. So I mean, it could go on a long time. Johnny's just saying it could be like Leanne used to be in the old studios. He says he used to go on 3, 4, 5 hours.
Yeah, just keep going. Just be like, oh, we'll show another one. Just keep going. Should we stop, Johnny? No, let's just keep going. We'll do another one. Yeah, they're going to go Saturday straight into Sunday and then finish. It could be, yeah. $135.99 platinum, $159.99 if you're in the US and you're platinum. Remember, tariff-free, and as I've said, you've got that ClearPay option here in the UK as well. But let's have a look back to the day that we launched this. So you've got Leanne, and you've also got... sorry, Johnny. You've also got... Sorry, in this video, but I must just say, I had said... Because we had to record this, obviously. So just before we recorded it, I said to Sarah, do you just want me to step out? Because, you know, you're going to be talking about it and you can sort of go through it. She was like, oh, no. Like, you stay in kind of thing. So I was thinking that she'd perhaps interact more with me than she did. Were you a beautiful decoration? Well, I don't know. You can judge for yourself in this video. I was interested. If I do look like this at any point, I was listening. But don't watch me. Listen to Sarah. Here you go.
So, Craftaganza, if you have not heard of this before, we have been running Craftaganzas for 15 years. The very, very first one was 15 years ago. And the idea was, it is all of the classes so that you can learn everything you need about crafting. Have a little look at this video, okay? Because this can be you. The idea is we bring the crafting to you. So whether you're doing it on your own, whether you're doing it with friends, whether you're doing it with like your sister or your niece or your grandson or whatever it is, we are going to walk you step by step through 10 classes. Now there will be thousands of people from all over the world joining these classes live. So they happen on the 21st and 22nd of June from around noon in UK time, running through till 8-9 o'clock on the evening, both days. So it means we can touch all different time zones. Now, what you are getting, okay, the whole idea is you get everything you need. I'm working on the assumption that you already have a die cutting machine and some basic tools, right? And glue and things like that, right? Everything you need specific to this is that core kit that you just saw. Now your core kit are your core alcohol pens, your core watercolour pens, you've got your finesse waterproofing pad, your finesse alcohol proofing pad, you've got your duet ink pads to do the blending, you've got your Harmony water reactive ink pads, you've got a set of 3 of your glitter pastes in there, you've got some things like the ribbon and the sequins that we're going to use in multiple classes. That there is that core kit. Your core kit is worth about £70, $80. That is coming absolutely free, okay? Then on top of that, for every class that we do, you're going to get your own little class kit. So for example, class number 1. Class number 1 is this one here. So to do this, you can see we're going to use our watercolour pens.
Yep.
We're going to use that beautiful blue duet ink pad to do all of the blending around there. But actually, it's a specific design, a specific cutout. So what we do is we open the box and we bring out class number 1, right? Now, everything you need for class number 1 is either in the core kit or it's in here.
Yes.
Now, to put this value into perspective, right? That die set alone is like a £20 die set.
Absolutely.
Right? The embossing folder is a 3D embossing folder. That's like another £6.99, £7.99 embossing folder, right? You then get the special watercolour card. You'll get the best results when you use the best paper. You've got the watercolour card. You've got the base card that we need. So a lot of people are saying, do I need cards and envelopes to get that? No, we send you the base card. We're also going to send you the card for the mats and layers, but everything for class 1 is inside folder number 1. So when we all do class 1, there's even a little stamp in there in the background for you to do.
Oh, yeah.
So you see this is stamped with love. Even included the little stamp, and of course your ink pad to stamp that is in your core kit. Now that is the same for every single class. So we're going to start on the Saturday. That is going to be the first class. Then, and Leanne teaches that, by the way.
Okay, this is you then, the next one, isn't it?
Then I'm doing the next one, right? So now we're going to go from colouring one extreme to shape card bases. Different effect. Now what I love about this is I'm going to teach you how to do this card, but if you wanted to personalise it with your own photograph, I'm going to show you how you could adapt it and make it into an easel card if you wanted. So we're going to learn all the shaped card technique tuition, but then also we're all going to complete the card. So in that shape, so everything you need to do this, have a little look at this. You've got the actual template, you've got the dies that you need, you've got the stamps that you need, you've got the different shades of grey and the cardstock, everything's been colour matched, we've got everything ready for you, the base card, it's all included. Now, after we've done card number 2, I'm staying up because I do number 3.
Oh, here we go.
Wow, number 3 is epic, right? You know, for those of you that know me, know that I love a little bit of flower forming, right? So what I'm going to do is, to do the flower forming, so many people say, I've never done flower forming before, right? You get the flower forming foam, you get the stamens, you get the papers, you're going to get the dies to do that beautiful lace effect, you're going to get the patterned papers, you're going to get the coloured papers for the matting and layering, and we're all going to sit together, we're all going to master flower forming. Doesn't matter if you've never done it before, doesn't matter if you've never crafted before, you're still going to learn this technique. I keep talking about my mum and my mother-in-law, brilliant to do this. They wouldn't have the confidence because they're not even newbies, they don't craft. They wouldn't have the confidence to sit down and do this. But if they were sitting with me, all I would do is get this kit out and you would be doing it together. So this is what I love about this is if you've got maybe it's a crafter and a non-crafter working together, and I'm not, Debbie's obviously quite an advanced crafter.
Absolutely,
Victoria is a very beginner, right? But you can sit and do this together. You're going to watch the tutorials, craft along together, but then the crafter can help the non-crafter get going at this. I don't want you to think this is just for people who are advanced. This is just as good for people who've never done it before. If you are a complete beginner, I would definitely recommend you doing it with a crafter. And also you need like the die cutting machine and the core tools. But if you're a relative beginner and you've got some of that kit, this is for you, right? So flower forming's number 3.
Number 3,
Then, I'm going to move
it. Back to Chivs.
This is one of my favourites, this is back to Chivs. Watercolouring. Now watercolouring, when you do a raised outline emboss, so this is actually an embossing folder that we're going to do watercolouring. You're going to learn how to get the light bouncing off those. We're going to learn how to build up all those bits, right? So that is number 4. And then we're going to wrap up Friday.
I love this one. Paper piecing.
Right? Wrap up Saturday, sorry. We're going to wrap up Saturday with a bit of paper piecing.
Look at that.
Now, what I like is, by the time we get to Saturday night, so we're talking UK time, we're talking like 7, 8 o'clock now, we've decided we're going to put our PJs on. We're going to have a bit of a PJ party going on. I think it's time to get the glass of wine, maybe, or I'm bringing my velvetizer so that we can have hot chocolates with Baileys in there as well. And this is what I want you to understand. It's relaxed. It's not like being at school where it's like, come on to the next class, come on. It's going to be relaxed. The whole point is I want you to have a wonderful weekend. I want you to go away saying, This was the best weekend you ever had. You've made friends for life. You've learned so many new things. You've made these cards. You absolutely love it. You know, that is the purpose. I will be happy. I'll have done my job if you all go away going, I had the most fun. Right?
Who's doing the paper piecing class?
Me.
Oh, nice one.
I can't trust Chivs not to drink too much to be able to...
It'd be all over the place,
with
wouldn't
their
it?
glasses, she'll be like this,
Yeah.
trying to stick them all in place, right?
So we've done Saturday.
Saturday night, but she can't drink too much because I need
Back
it
on.
fresh as a daisy. Sunday morning, we are doing this. I mean, duet.
What a way
Now, I'll be really
to
honest,
kick off
this is
Sunday.
above my level of expertise,
Okay.
right? So this is probably the most advanced card that we do. And this is all about learning to take them skills to their next level. Now, a lot of you might just sit and watch this class and think I might try it later. I'm actually going to encourage you all to sit with me, like I'm going to, and learn how to do it and have a go. Even if you don't finish the class, you're going to be then having a go. But there will be time. All those that want to finish the class will have time for you to finish the class. Then Leanne's going to stay on because she's going from duet ink blending onto stamping and masking, right? Now, I love a bit of stamping and masking, but what I'm in love with about this card is the way the light bounces off the flower.
Yeah.
So it's about learning those really advanced techniques and getting the light bouncing off. That is all going to be covered in that class. So Sunday morning, those of you in the US, or Sunday early afternoon for us in the UK, is going to be phenomenal.
Amazing.
Now, after you've done them two, you'll be ready for a little bit of a wind down.
Oh,
right?
yes.
So
Just
I'm
with you.
coming back up.
Oh,
So this
good,
is now
good.
me. I mean, I'll be ready for a bit of a wind down after I've done them two classes with Leanne, right? We're doing decoupage. So I'm going to teach you how to do dome cards, three-dimensional dome cards. You're going to get that beautiful kind of centerpiece. We're going to put all this together, and all of the decoupage is already pre-die cut. Then we're going, I mean, we're literally going from one end of the crafting spectrum to another. All card making, but all totally different cards. We're going from watercolouring there to paper piecing, to masking, to dome cards. Shaker cards are coming next. Ben loves a good shaker
Love
card.
a shaker.
And what I want to do is when I teach this class, because it's another one of mine,
Yeah.
I'm not just going to teach you the shaker, I'm going to teach you that beautiful background technique in there, and we're going to do a few different versions so that you can see how you can adapt it and take it different ways. And then, wrapping up the whole weekend,
Brilliant.
you'll all be crying into your spritzes by this point, because you'll be gutted it's going to be finished. We're all going to do glitter paste. Now, some of you might have tried glitter paste before, but have you tried ombre glitter paste? Have you tried layering up all the different colours and building that up? That is what we're going to teach. That is what we're going to learn. Now, in this kit, you're getting the stencils. You're getting the dies to do the background pieces. You get that lovely black card. You get even the love die is included in that set. You get the spatula for that perfect application. And what I want you to understand is this is for everyone, irrespective of your level of ability. Now, I just want to touch on the pricing a little bit.
Yes.
Because a lot of people say, well, how can you afford to do all of this for this much, right? As a business, as a company, we don't do this as like a profit-making thing. We do this as a community builder, as a way of getting thousands of people all across the world to engage with our products, to use them, to fall in love with them even more. So that price that you see on your screen there, that is reflective of basically the bare minimum just to cover all of our costs in delivering these classes. Now, if you are in the US, there is no tariff to pay on this because you are buying the experience. The product is like the minority part that comes included. The experience is all delivered here from the UK. If you're buying in the UK, great news. You can spread that cost on 4 easy, flexible payments using our Clear Pay setup. So I've tried to make it so that it's accessible, so there's no reason why every one of you out there can't come and be an amazing part of our community. 2 days on the 21st and 22nd of June.
There you go. So the brilliant thing about this show is you've had Leanne's take on it, and then you've got Sarah's take there as well. And I'm hearing in my ear people are still jumping in and grabbing this collection. That's the other thing as well, isn't it? I love that whole thing that Sarah was talking about there, about it, you know, yes, it being that experience, but the opportunity for you to spend time with perhaps people that, you know, you've already met through Crafters TV and craft along with them, but also meet some new crafty friends as well. I feel like it's the big community kind of thing, which you're going to enjoy so much with this. And if you've never done one of these events before, maybe, you know, Academy of Colour is something that you didn't do, this is an event you're going to absolutely love. Remember, it is tariff free. Remember, if you want to shop here in the UK, you've got that ClearPay option, and it's the weekend of the 21st and 22nd of June. So we're literally, it's 2 weeks this weekend, isn't it, basically? Yeah, 2 weeks on Saturday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have been on holiday to Croatia and back before then. I fly back from holiday, get back in the country on the Friday and come straight here to do Craftaganza on the Saturday.
So it's not long. So think about grabbing yours now. I think we've said, we were chatting with one of the bosses earlier, Johnny, weren't we? Did she say, I think if you buy by next Monday, next Monday at the very, very latest. I would, to make sure that you're going to get yours in time, I would be buying by the end of this week. I think that's probably the safe option. So yeah, have a think if you want to be involved with it. It is going to be one of those events, honestly, that if you don't get involved, you know you're going to have the FOMO. So if you've got the option to be able to do it, if you've got the budget to be able to do it, then do jump in and grab it. Lynn says, hello again, Ben, Leanne, the amazing team, social superstar, and everyone. I'm watching in the car as we head home. Don't worry, hubby is driving. Whew. So all safe. Carol Ann says, hi everyone, funny I should tune in whilst Crafters TV are doing Craftaganza recap as mine turned up this afternoon. And Linda says, I'm going to miss the first day of classes, but I'll be here for the second. Well, brilliant, you'll get one live day. Then of course you can go back and watch the first day at your leisure. And Hilary says, I'm really looking forward to Craftaganza and the pop-up shop. June is a crafty month. Yes, it's going to be great. Pop-up shop. Let us know in the comments if you're coming down this weekend. We are all going to be there at various times throughout the morning and into the early afternoon, so it's going to be great. And just before we have a look at 2 Monday Mega Deals, thank you to Jane Adams for her nightly joke. Hey Ben, I've missed these, by the way. Hey Ben, what do you call a cow in an earthquake? I don't know, what do you call a cow in an earthquake? A milkshake. Oh. Leanne's grown, says it all. Oh, 2 Monday Mega Deals for you then, the first of which Leanne has got. Now, these, of course, are 24-hour only deals, so you've got up until midnight tonight to grab them. This first one, right up your street, Leanne. And what a deal on our Aquablend pencils. 3-piece collection. These are normally $24.99 each. You are getting the 3 sets, which Leanne will show you, for just £32 or $40. Now you will understand why we can only do this until midnight tonight. This is a steal, isn't it, Leanne?
It really is a steal. Our Aquablend pencils are absolutely incredible. And you know, if you've been watching Crafters TV for a while, then you will have heard me say this many times, and I'll say it again now. If you are brand new to colouring and you don't know where to start here. If you are someone who's loved your mojo in colouring and you need to get it back, start here. If you are somebody who doesn't really want to spend lots of time learning colouring techniques and wants to be able to do something quite quickly, start here. If you are an expert who wants a premium watercolour pencil full of pigment with no filler and only a water dissolvable binder where the pigment is pure and vibrant and matches all of those scales when it comes to life testing for how long they can be on a wall and not fade, start here. These are professional quality brought affordably to the masses without exception, but they're also the best place to start when you start with pencils. What you've got in every tin is 24 unique colours. And in the 3 tins that you've got, you do not get a repeat of any colour. So every single colour that you get across the tins is all entirely separate. We do our pencils thicker and wider than a regular craft pencil, and actually wider than a lot of the premium artist pencils as well. So we do a wider 4mm pencil with a thicker core, which means that you get more pigment and colouring for your money.
Yeah.
We give you premium pigment in here that has not been diluted in any way. There is no chalk, there's no filler, there's no lower grade pigment, there is no bulking agent. It is pure pigment with only a very high quality dissolvable binder, keeping it solid in the core of the pencil. That's what you're getting when you get these beautiful Aquablend pencils. You've got this gorgeous soft touch paint along the barrel, which is just lovely and soft on your hand, and having the thicker core of the pencil, actually using them for a long time, gives them a much more comfortable feel in your hand and stops that dint appearing in your finger when you're colouring for a long time. Yeah. So we've done it for lots of reasons, much more ergonomic, easier to hold. 24 beautiful colours in there. So this is your landscape collection, and if I just turn that round and show you the colours on the back there, you can see you've got all of the beautiful colours that you need. You've got your RGB in there so you can mix new colours. I'm going to show you that in a second. And then you've also got in there all of those really lovely russets and browns and greys and blues for the sky, things that you need to be able to do a beautiful landscape such as this. So that's your landscape collection. Then we've got our essential collection, And your Essential collection has all of the benefits that we've just talked about with the other one, because every single tin, the pencil specification is the same. You've just got different colours. With your Essential collection, you've got your cyan, magenta, yellow and black, so you can mix all of the different colours, and you've got your RGB. You've got all of the other beautiful colours that you need in there to be able to mix and blend and do fabulous pieces of work. So that is Essential.
Yeah.
And then we've got our Portrait collection. And I don't want you to be put off by this and think, I can only do that and I'm not a portraiter. I'm never going to watercolour a portrait ever in my life, so I don't want that collection. Because actually when I turn that round, just look at the beautiful colours in there. It's just a very lovely collection, and you've got lovely bright highlights and dark shades in this collection, which is what you need to bring things to life. So not necessarily just portrait, but bringing your colouring to life, which is why you've got those light shades and dark shades in there. Absolutely incredible, I have to say. And I've raided a spritzer, found a piece of watercolour card, manufactured myself a water pot.
I love it.
And we're going for it.
You can have a go.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it live. That water can go, it's a tiny bit of water. It'll do. So you can soak in there, brush. There we go. I just want to show you how beautiful the colour moves on the page. So I've got a piece of watercolour card here.
And that is a great thing to mention, isn't it? Because that's where you're going to get the best results, isn't it, with watercolour?
Or just don't even try and use it on anything else, please. Just use your watercolour card, because that has to be the law. And if you don't do it, the sheriff's going to come and get you.
The sheriff's going to come?
The sheriff from the Western Collection is going to come put you in Crafty Jail.
Right, OK.
Yeah.
I love that. We've moved from the Law Court of Leann to Crafty Jail now.
Crafty Jail
You go straight to jail. Do not collect 200.
You're not pass and go.
No.
That's what's happening. So I've just put that little bit of colour down there on the watercolour card, and now I've just got a wet brush. And look, when I emulsify that, it immediately changes into a paint, and you lose all of the lines that were there, and you've got this beautiful, beautiful colour that you can use. Now, because that emulsifies straight into a paint, it means you could make entirely new colours if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So example here, I've got this lovely blue. Let's get that down. And you can do different intensities. I'll show you that as well as we go along. You can do it lighter and darker. And then I've got this lovely red. Okay. And I can emulsify these two. So I've got the lovely blue there. And then I've got the red here. But actually, if I just mix those together, look at this. I've got this real gorgeous indigo colour mixing on the page. And if I just bring that away, you'll see that that is nothing like the two colours that I've just used. So you can mix brand new colours with this as well. Now you can change your intensities. So let's see, I'll get a lovely dark green. Why not? I can do a light touch here, so just a little bit of the pigment on the page, and then use my water and emulsify that to do the colouring in, if that's what I want to do. But let's say I wanted it much more intense. To much more intense, I'm just going to use more pressure. So more pressure gets more pigment into the tooth of the card. And then with more pressure, when I emulsify this, look how dark that is, that dark green. So I can get all of the shades in between. I can get a light, soft green. I can get a real dark, intense green. And it's just about how much of that pigment I put on the page. Let's say I want it really light. And I put that tiny bit down. And now emulsify this. I've got an even lighter shade of that green. So because you've got that pigment in the pencil, you can go from the very pastel colour to a mid colour to a dark colour and every shade in between. It will do that for you, and it really does then put you in control. Now what you're never going to do, Ben, ever, you will go to Crafty Jail. I will come and knock on your door. Please be very scared. You never dip your pencil into the water.
I was about to ask you that, but you went there. Don't do that. Because is that finito then, end of your pencil?
Finito, your pencil's dead.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is, this, as I've said, is pigment only and water-soluble binder. And you've seen what happens, the water just melts the binder immediately, leaves you with only the pigment to play with. If you put this into the water, it's going to melt, and then because wood is absorbent, it's going to soak up the water, and that's going to go all up the barrel of your pencil,
no.
and the whole thing's going to go to mush, and then it's not going to sharpen, it's not going to work, and you're going to be sad. Okay, so never pencil to water. However, if you want to take intense colour to your page from the pencil, what you can do with a damp brush is touch that to the sharpened point of the pencil, and you can pick up that paint, as long as you make sure that the wood does not get wet.
Right.
Okay, so you need to be very careful with that. So you see, I'm just with the tip of my brush taking the colour from the pencil, and then I've got beautiful dense dark colour where I can do detailed highlighting work or intensify.
But as a rule of thumb, when you're using these, if you're stamping out an image and you're watercolouring it, you will take your
pencil to the paper,
and then you will add the water to draw out the colour.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. And you can see how lovely that is.
I'll ask a question because there's one that always gets asked. Is there a special way we need to look after these in terms of, well, A, storing them, and also B, sharpening them?
Yes and yes. So, first things with the storing them is we spent a lot of money putting them in these fantastic tins for a reason.
Yeah.
That's going to look after your pencil. And we've put them in those tins and we haven't passed the cost on to you. You're paying for the pencils. We've put them in the tin because we want you to have the best experience for them. So the tin is your storage. So please don't take them out of the tin, put them in a pot and rattle them round, or put them in a pencil case, or lie them in a drawer or a tray and bang them together and rifle through them so all of your pencils are clashing together. Because when you do that, the lead can break all down the core of the pencil. And then when you sharpen it, that pencil lead will keep breaking and fall. If you've ever done an eyeline and you can't...
Yeah.
You've done your eye once and then you've got two centimetres of pencil left. It's because it's been rattled about in transition with all of the other pencils. So keeping them in the tin stops them banging together, keeps them very safe and very secure. So always store your pencils in your tin. Never take them out and put them in a pot or into a drawer or a tray and have them rattling around together. Sharpening them, you hold your pencil still and you move the sharpener. Pencil never moves. Whenever I see anybody sharpening a really great art pencil that they've bought, watercolour, wax, and you've got your pencil sharp, you see them ram the pencil in and go...
Does it make you sweat?
Angels, I feel fairies die all over the world when that happens. I do. I feel every time you go, there's a fairy dead.
Oh.
And we don't want dead fairies,
No, we don't.
do we?
We
No.
don't.
So you hold your pencil still and you move your sharpener. The reason for that is when you've got your sharpener, you've got your pencil and you put it in and you turn your pencil, the tension that you have to put on there makes the wood and the core of the pencil move at two separate speeds, and you break the core of the pencil all the way down the length of your pencil. And you will also get the nib breaking constantly if you've done that. So pencil still, sharpener moves.
I feel like I've learnt so much there over the course of that little mini masterclass for 10 minutes on the Aquablend pencils. Can I just ask one final question?
Yes.
See a lot of our guys doing the like the firework technique. That's safe to do as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I've got the craft knife here if you want me to show you, but you've got to be very careful when you do that too.
Yeah.
So when you do the firework technique...
It's so impressive, this.
Which is basically...
Do you need some more water, or are you good?
I do need a bit more water.
Should I go? Yeah.
Would you mind? Just need a little bit in there. Thank you, Ben. I need the spritz.
I'll run.
Thank you very much. Right, so on my watercolour card here, in this area here, we're going to do the firework technique, and that is just using dry pencils and your craft knife. So what you're going to do is you're never going to shave across the wood, because you're going to then make it very hard to sharpen this with a pencil sharpener going forward without wasting a lot of your pencil. So you're only going to work with the tip of your pencil. If you haven't got a good point on your pencil like this, do not do this technique. Sharpen your pencil first. So you're working with only the pigment, thank you, Ben, only the pigment on the end of your pencil, not the wood. Because if you shave the wood away, then you're going to have to waste a lot of pencil to get a nice sharp point on it again.
So just sharpen from the colour, you say?
Just from the colour,
yeah.
Never into the wood, because then you'll get chunks out of it, and when you put it back in a sharpener, you'll get the lead breaking and you'll have to sharpen a lot of your pencil away to get a point again. You don't want that. So make sure you only go to the exposed coloured bit, And with your craft knife sharp, you just scrape tiny bits of pigment onto the card. And you see I'm rotating the pencil when I do it. And the reason I'm rotating the pencil when I do that is so that it goes round evenly when I'm using my craft knife. And that means when I come to sharpen this again with a pencil sharpener, I won't waste any of my pencil tip. Okay, so that's one colour. Let's go with another colour. Let's go with some blue. So you can use a few different colours and just make sure that it's only on the pigment sharpened point with your craft knife. Nothing else. Not onto the wood. And rotate your pencil. I'm just doing it in this small area for now. You'll get the idea. And then let's do some yellow.
Lynn's just said, banging pencils together or tapping them on a table is one of my pet hates. It's not good when you're working in a class of almost 30 children. She says.
Yeah, it's hard. Because people, you know, look, especially explaining that to children, I mean, they won't care. And why would you at that age? But it's, you know, it's just about looking after the things that you've invested, you know, invested money into, isn't it, really?
Can I just pass on loads of thanks as well, Leanne? This was very spur of the moment, off the cuff, what you're seeing now, but loads of people. Mary, thank you, Leanne, for going over the process of these pencils. Good reminder. Pat says, thank you, Leanne, for reviewing these little pencil tricks. And Cindy says, thank you for the firework technique. Top tip. I didn't realise you needed to leave the wood alone.
Yes. You must leave the wood alone.
Yeah.
Right, so once you've got your little bits of pigment shaved onto your card, you then take a spritzer, just a regular spritzer with water in. Don't need to add anything else into it. And then you just spritz from a distance. And what happens is the pigment melts and it all mixes in and it gives you this lovely kind of confetti look. And you can go more water or less, it's up to you.
Yeah.
And then bring in your heat gun and dry it. And you can either get little sprinkles or little colour rainbows.
And whilst that's still wet, you could then scrape more into the water,
yes, absolutely, you can. Yes, let me show you. So while that's wet, if you wanted more in, let's pick another colour. Let's go purple. Into the water. Little pieces, and you'll see them moving and making other shapes as it comes down. And you just keep going. Just, you know, do you.
And then spritz again if you wanted to,
Spritz again if you want to. Just keep adding little bits in, look. And you get this lovely, lovely, it's great for birthday cards for kids and party invitations and stuff. Like a real, more than a firework, I think that's more of a confetti.
Yes, like a confetti cannon explosion, isn't it?
Like a confetti cannon, yeah, especially when you're using lots of different colours in it.
Yeah.
And you can just keep adding new colours in. Look how lovely that.
Yeah.
Isn't it lovely?
So good.
So pretty.
Yeah.
And then if you want to do another little spritz and help it along, another little spritz, just, you know, with water, just a tiny one. A perfume waft, as it's known, Ben. We've talked about them several times, haven't we? Perfume wafts of water.
Little waft, yes.
Let's get a nice bright colour in here. Let's go with this one. Why not?
There's a lot of appreciation for this this demo, so a lot of people didn't know about this. It's been a while since we demoed them, to be fair, so it's great to get a little reminder on them. Remember, 24 hours only for this deal, though. Must reiterate that. You can't have this forever. 32 quid for three tins. They say one tin normally is £24.99, so you can do the maths on that. Basically, it's an absolute steal.
So the only thing you've got to remember is you leave the wood alone. You don't come near the wood at all. Okay, there we go. How's that? And then you just let that dry, and then you've got a beautiful confetti background. But of course, you can do all of your watercolouring as well. I can't recommend, I can't recommend these enough. If you're somebody who wants a colouring medium who will do more than just colour, get these. If you're brand new and you've never tried, get these. If you're an expert and you're spending £300 on the equivalent, 76 pence, 72 pencils, don't. do this, because the quality of these is no different to those very premium pencils that you were paying hundreds of pounds for when they're watercolour pencils. We have made exactly the same quality, premium artist pigment, very quick, beautiful, dissolvable binder, smooth touch, thick core, absolutely glorious for a fraction of the cost.
£32 is your platinum price. £24.99 is what you would normally pay, but you've got up until midnight tonight before that price comes off. So you know what to do. If you love them already, then stock up. You don't even need to wait to be told. If you've loved the demos, that's what you can do. Just a quick one from me, another Monday mega deal, which will, again, disappear from midnight tonight. The Essential Toolkit. This has been so popular since we launched it in birthday, but you have got in here 6 elements, which really are the essential tools for your craft room. I think this is a nice portable kit for you as well, because you get in here your mat. So you've got your 6x6 cutting mat, self-healing mat, which is brilliant when you consider the fact that you have got your cutting knife in there as well. You've got your inches and you've also got your centimetres there as well, plus your cutting angles. The knife is included. You're also going to get your 6-inch metal ruler in there too. Alongside that, you've got the 4.5-inch snips, super sharp, and then you've got your squeezers as well, your back to front tweezers. All of the really handy tools that you need, plus that pokey tool. And I remember when we launched this back at birthday, a lot of people said that they were just buying the set simply for the fact that they've got a pokey tool there, which potentially, you know, if you have dexterity issues, easier to hold than the smaller pokey tools that we normally have, and certainly you're not going to lose that, which you might do with the smaller pokey tool. So you've got all of those tools in there alongside your cutting mat. That's the price of $15.99. But then we also give you for free one of the most handy tools if you need to weed out your dies and your die cuts. You know those more intricate dies where you get lots of bits and pieces which are difficult to get out, that will take you ages if you're just doing it by hand with your pokey tool. This is where your die brush tool comes in. You get the tool and the sponge included there as well. Normally £4.99. You're picking this up for absolutely nothing within the bundle. However, only up until midnight tonight. So £15.99, £23.99. That is a great kit to go for all of your craft room essentials as far as tools are concerned. We've got just a couple of minutes left on the show. So just wanted to reiterate again, the Western collection, our weekly wonder, launched officially at 2 o'clock this afternoon. 60% of a week's worth of stock gone out the door. It has been hugely popular. You get everything we're about to see in a quick flick over with Leann in just a second, but I must impress on you, the showstopper, if you're in the US, this is the only collection you need buy, because you're going to get it tariff-free. We've put loads of other goodies within the bundle as well to help give you that tariff-free option. So if you want the Western collection, this is the one that you go for. It's free shipping at $109.58. UK price here. If you're in the UK, you're good to go. You can grab this collection. You can just go for the new Western goodies on their own, or indeed you can pick and choose. You get everything that Leann is about to show you, plus alongside that you get your brand new apron, you get 2 lots of Centura Pearl cardstock, and you've got Sarah's book, the Craft Your Year with Sarah Davies. Half the price for all of that bundled into that showstopper, giving you this price, free shipping and tariff free. So absolutely worth considering. And let's have a look at this amazing paper pad. There have been some phenomenal paper pads this year, Leann, but this one is ranking very highly with me already. It's sensational.
I really agree with you, Ben. When we decided to do a Western collection, we could have made this really quite gimmickly and juvenile, and we decided absolutely firmly not to. We wanted this to be grown up, we wanted it to be classy, we wanted it to be true and authentic and feel like a collection where the cards have been made with that true, authentic Western country feel. And so the papers in here are absolutely that. You've got this beautiful design in here. Now this is inspired by like the ponchos and the horse blankets that you would see Clint Eastwood wearing. And then here we've got Calamity Jane's cabin curtains, which absolutely, it would also be really lovely. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers little floral
absolutely.
Dress. Oklahoma, where
the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
A nice bit of gingham, we need a little bit of pink gingham in there, don't we? That's absolutely glorious. We've got plaids, which are like the horse blankets, and a little bit of paisley in there with cowboy cowgirl shirt.
Absolutely.
We've got, you know, Grandma Gammy Mimo. She's made she's made that beautiful hand-pieced blanket for the bed out of all of the old clothes, out of the scraps. We've got a beautiful floral from clothing there. We've got another patchwork blanket. We've got some more of your plaids, which are absolutely essential. Another one inspired by, that was actually, I said it was a cowboy shirt before, it's not, it's a neckerchief.
Oh, yeah.
That's a full neckerchief.
Yeah, absolutely.
It reminded me when running through the office, I said, Leanne, you insisted we put a neckerchief in there. It's not a shirt. I'm like, you're absolutely right, I did. So long ago, I forgot. So that's a neckerchief in there. Then we've got a little bit of Little House on the Prairie with the wildflower meadows, which is beautiful. And another one inspired by those lovely kind of tapestry, thick outer garments that you would wear to keep warm on the cold nights. So that is a beautiful pad in its own right, double-sided. You've got the 6x6 pad in exactly the same style, but we've resized all of the prints down, not cropped them. So that's what you would always expect from a 6x6. You've got your beautiful 8 colours of linen card here, hand-picked to work perfectly with all of the different papers in that collection, and be great for your die cutting for your boots and your hats and things like that. You've got a glorious 3D folder in here, which we've done with, you know, beautiful, inspired by cowboy shirts, but also inspired by a cowboy boot side. Yeah, I think that was absolute brilliant spot, Ben. You've got your saloon door creator card there. Your favourite, isn't it?
I love it.
Where you can do so much with this.
There she is, look, wanted.
Here I am, wanted. Here I am, wanted for crimes against singing. And then we've got Sarah there. What's she wanted for? Crimes against...
Oh, so many.
Think about that. Everything.
Everything.
Everything. And then we've got that in there. That's lovely. You've got 6 different foiling designs in here. You've got 2 sheets of each. We've got that fabulous all-over cow background that you can foil. We've got great iconography in here, some great sentiments, rootin' tootin', Wild West.
Yeah.
You've got your cowboy, your saloon, your saddle, your sheriff in there, your hats and, you know, your neckerchiefs and boots and dollars and dynamite, the Wild West, no, yeehaw! Everything that you need to make this feel like a fabulous Western collection. And that one I love because that's focused on weddings and bride tribe, where the cowgirl feel, which I think is absolutely glorious. And again, all that iconography, very grown up, nothing juvenile about that at all. You've got this fabulous die set where you've got your boot, and you've got your horseshoe and your Stetson in there. And then we've got all of these fabulous, fabulous sentiments like boots, class, sass. I really love that.
That is you.
So good. Forget the glass slipper. This princess wears cowboy boots. So good. Dirt is cowgirl glitter. Howdy, rootin' tootin'. It's just such a great collection. Beautiful sentiments in there. And again, a very adult, not juvenile, classy, authentic collection for a Western theme. And I think we've nailed it with this one, Ben. It's gorgeous.
It's been such a fun day. Leanne, thank you so much. When are you coming to play again?
Friday. Pick of the week. I'm going to be doing some watercolouring.
Oh, I know what's coming. We should look forward to that. Massive thank you to Leanne. Thank you to all the team today. Thank you to Jan. Thank you to Rachel. Thank you to Big Bad John in the gallery. And also thank you to Sam. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to the whole team, actually. It's been a brilliant day. Craig is in tomorrow. He'll be with you from 10, a foil press Craft Your Stash show tomorrow. Then we've got Wake Up Call from midday. Tomorrow we've got a masterclass on graceful plumes. And then tomorrow evening, launch party with the toddler collection and more Western as well. So until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.